About it before, major cuts to child care vouchers in Indiana. It's impacting both families who send their children to child care and the child care centers themselves. The Family and Social Services Administration notes the changes are meant to address a funding gap of $225 million, pointing the finger at former Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb's administration for an overuse of temporary COVID funds. Well, we've known about the cuts for a while, and we've been following it as well right here on WHAS 11 News.
But now there's an online portal that's breaking down the revenue each Indiana county will lose from those state cuts to child care. WTHR's Ella Rhodes explains.
This new data comes from Early Learning in Indiana, and they estimate the state will lose nearly $195 million from the state's cuts to childcare. ELI estimates Marion County will lose $1.4 million weekly due to the cuts. Every county loses a different amount for various reasons. The state says they made these cuts due to a funding gap made by the previous administration. Child care vouchers provide low-income families assistance to pay for child care. It's also how some child care providers make substantial revenue. ELI says its research finds enrollment has dropped in early learning programs. They also say the voucher waitlist includes 29,000 Hoosier children. Holly Maxwell owns Little Angels, an early child care center in Lebanon. She says the cuts forced her to let go of staff and cut down hours of operation.
So it's not going to just affect the providers and the families and the children. It's going to affect businesses because they're not going to have workers.
The state tells 13 News the adjustments are challenging for providers, but essential to ensuring affordable care access for families. In Indianapolis, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
We also want to note here tonight the Family and Social Services Administration in Indiana is responding to the cuts.
Yeah, the agency says while the adjustments are challenging for providers, they're essential to ensuring uninterrupted access to affordable care for Hoosier families.
So we want to take a look here, a closer look for you on how all of this is impacting those of you living in the WHAS 11 viewing area. Take a look first at Floyd County, Indiana. There's a little less than 2,000 students eligible for the CCDF vouchers. Previously, child care providers received $117 every week per school-age child, but with the cuts, the number is down to just over $52, a $65 decrease. So let's put that into a larger perspective across all age groups and providers. Early Learning Indiana says Floyd County providers are losing $33,000 per week.
Meanwhile, in Clark County, child care providers for eligible school-age children were previously reimbursed $97 every week. Now, with the voucher cuts, that's down to less than $52, a $45 decrease per child every week. Well, across all age groups and providers, Early Learning Indiana says the county is losing more than $81,000 per week in revenue.